Hi, friend. We're going to take a look at gate 53 now. It's the gate of beginnings and development. So, we're moving through this channel of, this quarter of initiation that is purpose fulfilled through form. Now, what is crucial is that we understand that development happens in a cyclical way. So the 5342 is, it's a cyclical format. There's a beginning, there's a middle, there's an end. So if you have the 53rd gate defined in your body graph, new beginnings are where all development starts. And what you'll notice is that there's a fuel for new beginnings. There's a fuel for it. And that fuel will let you know, based off of the strategy and authority, right? If the cycle is right for you to engage with, your strategy and authority will guide you to that engagement of that new beginning, because there's a developmental piece that needs to happen through that cycle. It's a format energy, right? It's all about cycles. We know this. This is how our universe operates. It's cyclical. So it is steadfast as it wants to start a new experience, regardless of all the changes it brings. Well, of course it's going to bring changes, right? It's a part of the abstract circuitry, and 35th gate is all about change. So be very aware of how you're entering into a cycle. If you make the decision through the mind, the cycle may never end, or it will repeat itself. So crucial. So here's what's fun. I know this one very well. It's in my body graph. And I actually have the entire channel. And when I worked at the financial institution that I worked at, about 2.5, maybe 3 years, maybe 2.5 for sure, prior to my resignation, the company was in the works to find a new computer system to implement into the whole financial institution. And at that moment, when that announcement was announced, I still had, I don't know, 2.5, 3, 4, I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I don't really remember the years that I still stayed at the bank. But I knew that there was something that just made the switch inside of my body. And I knew at that moment that when this new computer system was implemented, that I would no longer be at the bank. I just knew that at the financial institution that I was working at. So as time ticked on and training happened and all of this stuff was taking place, I don't know how I did it, but I didn't take any of the courses. I didn't do any of it. Nobody even noticed. And I was the manager. So I should have known about this new system and knew its ins and outs and blah, blah, blah. I didn't. And not one person took note of that. And it's because my whole being knew that I was not going to be entering in to the cycle of this new computer system. I knew that before it was implemented, I would have already left and resigned. So years went by, and I never learned any of the system. All my staff did, of course, and I encouraged them and moved them forward in it, and, you know, spoke highly of it, did whatever I needed to do, right? I led the tribe, but I never got involved in the new cycle. That's how powerful design is. And this is way before I even knew about design, like years and years and years before. But there was something that just, it was just this click, this movement for me, and I knew I'm not going to be around with this when this new computer system comes in. And I left the financial institution a month prior to what they called go live. And I gave them plenty of time to put somebody else in the position so that, you know, when they were ready to go live, everybody would be fully staffed. That's the power of the program. And that's the power of trusting yourself. And I will say from the gratitude of the very base of my heart that I in big decisions in my life, I always honored that innate knowing that I had, that sense of what I knew, and I honored it. And I never got included in, you know, well, I kind of didn't want to be included, but I never moved forward into that cycle, thankfully, because I'm guessing that I probably wouldn't have made it, meaning my physical body would have decided that enough's enough. So that's the power of human design. That's the power of the experiences. And when you look at the experiences and then you know and you've studied design, you can see how this is operating in the life already. But when you can come to it in a place where you can become aware and awake and absolutely witness it, there's nothing more powerful than that. So if you don't have it in your design, the not self will have you feel a pressure to start new cycles. There's going to be this pressurized, oh, hurry up and start something new so you can get out of it. That's not your energy. That's all not self-talk. So if anything in design has you, wanting to take action on the education piece of this, I would love to connect with you and help you out with that. So again, thank you very much for your time.